are we like late or what time is? Oh, we are. Jeez. Okay, we can turn on our microphones. Oh, mine was on. All right, I didn't realize my microphone was on, but hello. And Sue, you are the first person that pops up on my screen. So welcome, Sue and Renee. Thanks so much for joining us today. We are returning to our travel series today with Diana. Yeah. So Diana's here, and she showed us some other travel books that were all international travel. Right. And today we have domestic travel, if I understand correctly. And she's going to show us lots of her albums here. And we're going to do that. We've got some new product to show you, some stuff that's come back in stock. We probably need to mention the kit from Annette Green and Elizabeth Kraft. So we'll get one of those to show you. And then we are having our Hump Day Dump Day. So we're having a Hump Day Dump Day. Maggie's not here to share in our dumping, but she's going to be the one we're giving all the credit to because it was all her idea to have a dump day. And we had a dump day while I was gone where we dumped out the ephemera so you could really see what you get. I know we show it all the time. We show ephemera, and if you are a constant viewer, you know that it's one of my, I'm going to say weakness, because I just love this kind of stuff. So we're going to start out with our dump. We're going to start out dumping, Diana. So we're going to, and we're showing Spectrum Gardenia today, which is one of the new lines from 49 and Market. And what's this first item, Diana?
This first one is ephemera bits.
So these are the ephemera bits. We've got a tray here. We still have a few of these baker's trays, so if you don't have one. But this has got 145 die cut pieces, and we are dumping them out here on the tray. And so you can see, and actually the die cuts in this are really large. There are a lot of big ones, some little ones, and they're a little bit heavier. They're more of a cardstock. So this is our first dump. It doesn't even fit in the tray.
I know.
We can't even show it all.
It's got a lot of nice little word things too. You can put on stuff. I like those. I use those a lot.
And these Gardenia ephemera bits are $7.99 for 145 pieces. And it's got the little words that Diana showed. Here's a big word that says today. And you've got these little slide pieces or frames, and all of this punches out. So this is, oh, look at this one, Diana. Look at that. That's beautiful. Pretty. So our Hump Day Dump Day, and we've done our first dump, you might say. It's got these cards.
Yeah, it's got some cards for journaling.
It's got little, here's probably the smallest piece are these little hearts, and they're probably an inch by an inch. So anyway, what do you guys think about the first Hump Day dump that we've done today? Like I said, I'm kind of trying to shuffle them around so you can see them, because it more than fills the tray. Here's some more words that say amazing, together. I love these kind of things.
Yeah, those little things are fun.
Those are really fun. Okay, now our next dump. Show us what we're dumping next, Diana.
Is the Gardenia chipboard set.
And that has, there's the back that you can see it, and that has 58 pieces.
These are nice, heavy pieces.
And we're going to dump those onto our tray.
Those last ones out.
I don't have this stuff yet, Diana, but I sure will.
Oh yeah.
So this is the chipboard,
nice.
and it is, it's not priced, so I don't know how much it is. Probably $4.99 or $5.99. And here's all the pieces that you get, and these are chipboards, so they're heavier. We accidentally got one that wasn't priced, and this one we said has 58 die cut chipboards. So you got lots of little things. They work together. Some of these little circles are blank, and then some of them have words on them, and they're like they're sanded. They look pretty cool. And you got butterflies and flowers, and this is chipboard. So these are the Gardenia chipboard. And then our next dump for Dump Day, Hump Day, we're going to dump a package of
the file set.
Right, and that is $5.99.
That one I haven't.
Diana, you open that up, and I just want to keep showing this because look at this ephemera. People, the 49 and Market people, they know how to do it. They know what they're doing. Okay, so this one's got 11 die cut pieces, and these are those little envelopes, and I was thinking it was Katie that absolutely loved these. They're scored, so they are ready to just fold and make your pockets.
Yeah, look at these cute little file folders.
Oh my gosh.
Aren't those just adorable? You get 3 of those, it looks like. Different colors. And then big pockets. You could make these into pockets. Oh, these got something.
And this is the essential file set.
You do fold those back.
Scored?
Oh, then you would have another slit to put something else in.
Oh,
because they are scored along the edge, the 2 edges to fold back and make a pocket, and then you still have a little slot there.
Well, and what's nice is when you do that fold, and you can see the score line there, your pocket's going to have a little bit of dimension. So it's going to have a little bit more space to put things in.
And this one's a double pocket, already made
Already made. We don't even have to do it.
Yeah, like that.
And then you get several of these little envelope pockets. So that is the essential file set. And that's 11 die cut pieces. That feels like more than 11.
Nice and big.
I guess it is 11. I just counted it for everybody because I just didn't trust it, but it is 11. Including this large page, which you could even put on a scrapbook layout.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Diana, what are you dumping now? You
this is a chipboard word set.
Okay.
So it's got all the words, and it's got the little words over here.
And this one is $5.99, and let me flip it over. Oh, 72. I'm sorry. It has 72 pieces. So let's have a look. You got the word happy, photo, always, magic, smile, and it's got all the little hearts too.
Oh yeah, those hearts are.
So that is our 4th hump day dump, and I want to thank Maggie for this idea because, you know, when you see these things online, you don't really see them. So this is something that a good way to get it all out there. And Mary says some of them are good enough for card fronts, and I think all of these would make great card fronts. Because here's the word hello, and you've got the word remember, you got believe, you got heart, love, this, and look at, I would do remember this, put those together. I'm not doing a very good job because they're not sliding around for me. So that is the chipboard word set, and it's got 72 pieces, including the cute little hearts and the small words that they look kind of like those Dymo labels, and those are all chipboard, just like the gardenia, the chipboard set with the flowers right here, the chipboard set. And then it's got the essential files that we dumped, and we dumped the ephemera bits. Diana, did you have a favorite?
I use the words, a lot of them, and I use the chipboard pieces. I have not used these envelope ones, but I think I might.
But now you're going to, right? Now that now that you saw them, you're thinking, oh, maybe I'll use those.
And I used some out of this one too. So kind of used all of them, but the envelopes, I guess.
And Diana, we have a question. Someone wants to know how much the butcher trays are. So could you flip over one of the papers, and we're going to tell you that in just a moment here. Diana's checking it out.
$18.99. This is a large size.
So that's the large.
I don't know if we have the mediums or smalls there or
can
not.
you look at those inches and see what the size actually is?
The size is 13 by 17.
Okay, 13 by 17. So it's going to hold your 12 by 12 projects very easily in those. And they're $18.99.
Yep.
That might be the end of our butcher trays. Before we go on, Diana, can you pull this stuff out of there? I just want to remind everybody about the Elizabeth Crafts Summer Workshop Kit. And this is a class that's being done by Annette Green. It's going to be on right here on Facebook, but not on our page, on a private page.
On a private
and
page.
They are sold out at Elizabeth Crafts. I know you could buy them from independent retailers, and Elizabeth Crafts was also selling them direct. But they are sold out there. We still have, I don't know, maybe 20 left. And it comes with the red, which we're all excited about, the red planner.
Very pretty.
You get the paper pack.
And this is the paper pack.
And then you get the die and the stamp set.
And the stamp set, yeah.
And it's $84.99 for all of those pieces.
And
plus
this is a
2
neat
classes.
die set.
Oh, and there's
It's got
pages in there too.
Oh yes, there's some pages.
I
in the
believe
back.
Diana's taking this class.
Someday.
Someday. Diana
I'm
has the
actually
kit.
working
A lot. I think quite a few of our staff members
Yes, I
have the
do.
kit. So
Absolutely.
that I just want to remind you, if you are thinking about it and you're on the fence, don't think too long because it's going to be sold out, and we're not going to be able to get any more.
And that paper pack is awesome.
It
It's
is.
one
We
of the
opened
best
it the
they've ever
other.
had.
We opened it the other day. It is really good. They have good 12x12 paper
Oh,
packs.
boy.
Hey, you know what? Everything is good at Elizabeth Crafts Design. All right, so we've done our hump day dump. We showed the Elizabeth Crafts. And Diana, we got to come over here because we have some product to show. And I want to start out with the, let's start out with the craft, Happy Crafting.
Happy crafting. Ooh, this is
And
fun.
that is, that's a Steve Duncan collection. We've had it, but it's back in stock. And you guys, if you're watching, you probably are a happy crafter and you do happy crafting.
Yes, look at
I
that.
wanted to let you know it's back, the collection
Look at
pack
all
with the
this.
sticker and all the papers.
Oh, the stickers. Those are cool.
And then the solids.
The solids.
We've kind of got used to those solids
I know. You can just about
after
use
the
them with
pandemic.
anything.
You don't have to find your cardstock. It's all done for you.
And then we have frames and tags.
And you know what, Diana? This is impromptu, but we're going to dump that bag right now.
Okay. Well,
We're going to dump that bag.
Yep.
It's hump day, dump day, so let's do another ephemera dump so people can see what comes in here, because in those little packages, you just don't realize all the good stuff that's coming in.
It's all that fun stuff.
Well,
Let's
Katie
look at
said,
this.
Katie posted she's working with this right now, which was awesome. So we're going to have some cool stuff. And Steve has the Elizabeth Craft kit, so he's got that and ready to go for the
Yep,
classes.
he does. He
And the
picked it up
class is in
Saturday.
July. It's July 22nd, but you can watch it later, live or later. That's what we always say. So look at all these pieces. Thank you, Diana, for getting
There.
these out. And some of them are buried, but there's all the pieces that come in the frames and tags with the
Fun.
Happy Crafting collection, designed by Steve Duncan. All right, so
And
there's our
we got our
unplanned dump,
dots.
and you got the enamel dots that everybody loves.
Pretty colors. And there's a stamp set.
So this is back in stock also. And this has got your flowers that you can color in if you want to. It's got the centers. It's got, I thought that was like a caterpillar, but that is some leaves. So crafting makes everything better, even Monday. Very cute.
Oh, that's fun. Even Monday.
And there's the labels.
And there's some labels. They're good size. Good size labels. 6 by 6. And I don't know if we can see it.
I don't know if you can see it or not. But
Yeah. It's the same as the paper. It's only smaller, so it's kind of fun. I saw one in there with books or something. Look at that's got your scrapbooks. See that? That's really cool. So it's got all the little
So we got the
papers
6 by 6, and then we also have the chipboard
and the
accents.
chipboards. Yep.
So that is all back in stock. So if you're doing something with your crafting about your crafting, or maybe doing something with friends, a lot of times crafting is friend time, get together time, and maybe take some pictures and remember those times too.
Yeah, I think a lot of crops are coming up right now. I've heard a lot of people talking about crops.
There are, I think
Going to
it's
crops.
tis
So.
the season.
Yeah.
All right, and then we have some die cuts that came in. We'll have Diana show us those. We've got Blank Park Zoo, which is the
Zoo.
local zoo here in town.
Baseball.
And these are all laser cut, and they're all in their theme. So if you want to find those,
Hunting
where
with
they're
Dad.
gonna
That's a good one. Especially coming up here with pheasant season and stuff. The reception. The dance. An ice cream cone. That's a summer thing. Big Brother is back in.
we got Big Brother, Big Sister.
And this little ballerina, I always
Yeah,
liked her. She's so cute.
I think we sold out of those because we just kind
I
of
know.
completed recital time here in Iowa.
And this is Just Married. I need a colored so you can see it maybe.
Yep, that looks good.
Married.
Perfect.
Our little doggy.
And we
So
do
cute.
carry, I don't know what kind of dog that is, but we do have a lot of different dog.
A Bichon.
Okay. I don't want to say species, dog breeds. Breeds is the word. There's Alabama, and we do have all the states in that type of a die cut.
Biking.
And there's
biking.
A
now.
big thing is happening here next month. The 50th, I think it's the 50th anniversary of
that's
Reg Bride
right. That's right.
is coming through Des Moines and through Ankeny here.
That would be better without that.
And so that is going to be happening really soon. Time's flying, Diana.
I know. Generations. 3 generations.
3 generations. You're doing a layout with that.
Softball.
Softball players.
Lots of softball. This is Herbert Hoover National Historic Site.
And that is here in Iowa.
Yeah. Jester Park is a park here in Iowa. They have buffalo.
Very close.
Yeah.
Cutting the cake.
Cutting the cake.
And we have
down.
all the die cuts in black and white for wedding, like bridesmaids, best man, mother of the bride, father of the bride, all of those things.
Love my daddy.
Okay, we have a question, Penny. There's Iowa, and again, we carry all the states. Maybe make it a little more vertical, then it doesn't glare. That's perfect.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick shout out. Somebody's looking for a paper collection that would be good for the world's biggest. I got to go back and find it now. I'm sorry. Do you have anything you recommend, a paper pack for world's largest, world's biggest items? Maybe something generic-y? Yeah. Teresa and Penny are going to have a look for you, Osha. Okay, there's Papa.
And of course we have these.
Third birthday in pink is back in stock. And they come in blue and pink. And this is
the
so
kitty.
cute. Diana, this is perfect for you.
I know, I think I have several of them.
Diana has several cats, several little kitty cats.
Several.
And there's our kangaroo.
Yep. And bath time for baby.
And you know, who doesn't have pictures from bath time?
Oh, I know. The bubbles and the St. Louis, for all you St. Louis people.
Yes, I have some friends going there next month.
And for 4th of July.
I love this one because the flags, the way they are cut, they look like they're waving.
I know.
So that is a great border, and you can cut them apart.
Yeah, I was going to say you could cut those in part really easy if you had to.
So we have die cuts for just about every theme. If you go to memorybound.com and go to shopping and themes, and you will find a lot of these die cuts.
Okay. Got our little letters back in. Tiny.
And that's going to be under alphabet stickers.
Yep.
And then these are really fun little books. We want to show these little mini books.
They're cute.
Mini notebooks. Oh, and they're $1.49. And they'll come in red, black, or blue. And the colors are going to vary. But it's the little mini composition books.
These are perfect for in your purse.
They are,
take
for
up
sure.
Any room at all. And this one is fishing.
Okay, and hold it a little straighter. We've got a little bit of a glare going on. There we go. It's called fishing. Look at the tackle box. Are they really that crazy? It says "Get Real" on it. I love that.
Oh my gosh!
And we have a whole section. We have a whole section on outdoors. And here's the die cut that we missed.
Oh,
and that's called Chef.
Floating around. I don't know why.
Now this, let's show this, and then we'll show the spellbinders. So we got a couple punches that are back in stock.
Yep, this is one that. I use that one a lot.
We've got the hexagon. It's large.
Big
and then this one where you need to, I don't know what this one is called. Branch.
Branch.
Okay, yeah, I could have guessed that. Thank you. And then we got in another one from Dress My Craft, and that's these little, punches little slots so you can slide a photo in there.
That's fun.
And then back in stock are the Tim Holtz file cards. And these we've used a lot here at Memory Bound.
Yes.
They're handy dandy.
Fit a gift card, whatever.
And then we want to show this because Maggie found these page kits that were kind of tucked behind some things. And it's a summer barbecue page kit. And
a 2-pager.
It is, there we go. It does 2 pages. It's got a die cut all pieced up for that little solo cup and the straws. And you get the hot dog. And it's so cute. And what's even better is it's on sale for $6.99. It's normally $14.99. And there's all the pieces. Diana's
the
showing us
pieces.
the pieces that are in there.
They're all in here.
I
It's
love
all
that
fun.
hot dog.
I know. That's cute.
So we have 3 of those, and they are the summer tailgate or summer barbecue page kit, and they're on. You'll find them if you go to our clearance section. Is a great place to find them. You can also find them under page kits. So we have 3 of those. So if you're thinking about that, and then before we show our new things from Spellbinders, Penny went out and she was looking for largest things in the world. I think she was looking at kind of world maps and things. And Osha, I don't know if that's what you were thinking of, or if you just want a generic collection. And we'll have to look some more if that's more what you're wanting. I don't think there's anything that says world's largest, but maybe that new 49 in Market Everywhere travel collection might be good for that too. Diana used that the last time she was here.
I did.
And Mary's right. That's what this is a kit from the barbecue, and we changed it up a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and then we've got in some brand new things from Spellbinders. And the first one, I love all these little enamel dots. They're calling them dimensional dots, but there's 96. And they come in, I think, 3 sizes.
Yes.
3
Small,
sizes.
medium, and large.
And is there a price on those,
A whole
Diana?
row of them. $3.99.
Oh, that's surprising. That's a pretty good price.
Yes.
You can see by looking at these
Christmas.
dots, everyone, that Christmas is coming. It is coming. And these are iridescent snowflakes.
Oh, boy.
And they're
You
going to
can
be really
hardly
hard
see
to see. Maybe if I get them, are you going to dump? Are we dumping again?
We can dump, maybe.
Okay, we're
or at
dumping
least
again.
Get them out of their
I
package.
love their little containers.
You can see
Let's
them.
just dump it, Diana.
Okay.
Let's dump again. It's
This
hump
is
day, dump day.
dump
So
day, if we can get hold of this little
Maggie will be
guy.
proud of us because we've taken
Yeah,
it to a
because
whole new
to a
level.
whole new level. Well,
We're going to have
I don't
some
know.
cleanup to do, but we can do it.
It's got one of those little crazy 8 things on
Oh.
it. There we go.
She's got it. She's got it handled.
There we go.
All right, so here we go. These are iridescent snowflakes. Oh my gosh.
My gosh, those are pretty.
Oh wow.
They're
And
big
you
too.
get 9, and they are bigger.
They're quite. Ooh, a couple
Look at how
really
big
big.
this one is.
Yeah.
Now they are not. It looks purple when I
Small
hold them up. They're not purple. They're iridescent. So
They will take on whatever color you put them with.
I don't know why they're looking purple.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like
Purple
if I
and-
lay one over here, well, it still looks kind of purpley, doesn't it? If I hold it up, it's purple, but when I look at it myself, it's
I
clear.
know. Or
I'm baffled. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's our final
Pretty.
dump of the day, I believe. So,
I
but
think
the
so.
other things that came in from Spellbinders, there's this little die, and I think this is cool because look how it cuts the words out of the banner. And if Diana, if you flip it over, there's actually 4 dies
Yeah.
because you can cut just the banner if you want, or you can cut the words out of the banner.
Cute.
And that's only $6.99. I thought that was
Yeah.
really clever.
That is.
And then
And
this is a
that's
hot
wonderful.
foil. So this is for the glimmer machine. Yeah, we can turn it over and you can see it's
See all the little parts to it.
So-
And it is $19.99.
okay. And I'm going to pull it up this way, and it's the most wonderful time of the year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, making spirits bright. And then look at, you can put these right on the inside of your card, from our family to yours, and a Happy New Year. So, and that's for the glimmer. And this
And
next
this
one is
one
also
is-
glimmer.
For the glimmer. Lots of words.
But it has the glimmer and the dies. So we're gonna have to kind of explain this one. Or wait, or is this all die? No, this is glimmer.
Yeah, it's glimmer.
So you're gonna be able to glimmer these little words, and then this is your dies, your 2 dies. So I'm gonna flip it back over. So for example, your Mary and the background are a die, and the Christmas is your glimmer. So that's going to be shiny and foily, and then the rest of it is all going to be die cut. Very
fun.
cool. How much was that one, Diana? I didn't see.
That one is $26.99.
$26.99. And this is not a glimmer.
Oh no, but this is a fun one.
Oh yes.
We've had one just about like it before.
These are the bottle brush trees.
bottle brush trees.
And if you flip it over, last year they had little bottle brush trees that
this
sold
is
very well, and these are the bigger ones.
The bigger ones. $24.99.
They look pretty good for card size, don't they, Diana?
Yes, they're so fun because do these out of foils and stuff and put over it. It just looks really pretty.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, I've done that.
Okay, then this is a paper that's new for us. It's Kathy Holden. It's part of their flea market finds. And we'll have Diana flip through it. It reminds me a lot of the Tim Holtz papers. These are single-sided.
Boy, and good background.
Oh yes, they are very, very good vintage-like papers.
Yes. Looks like maybe 2 of each in there.
I think that kind of looks like 2 of each.
Yeah.
And it's got, they're 6 by 8 and you get 24 sheets.
12 designs, 24 sheets.
So how much is that, Diana?
And that one is $9.99. Mm-hmm.
And then the last 3 new items for the holidays are 3D embossing folders from Spellbinders. And I was pretty excited to see these because they're a little bit bigger.
I don't know if you can see.
Here, maybe if I take it and get it out of the light and hold it up. So this has got your holly and foliage.
So pretty.
Oh, I'm too close. Let me flip it. Okay. So you can kind of see. And we're going to have to make some samples with these, Diana.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the holly and foliage.
And I just saw a new technique to use those, so
well,
I might have to buy one of those just to do it.
Well, this is the pines.
Just the pine needles. Mm-hmm.
Nice backgrounds.
Can't see it on
and
that side.
They're bigger than your normal.
This is $8.99. This one isn't a 3D. I don't believe.
Oh, I think you're right. No.
I think it's
Thank you for mentioning that.
Plain embossing folder. Still very pretty. And this is a 3D. Ooh,
and that one we can see really well. That's hanging ornaments. It's called Vintage Ornaments.
That would be gorgeous.
So look out because Christmas is on its way.
Yeah.
And that was kind of, we have gotten in a collection from Photoplay that we showed the other day, and Vicki Booten is here and we're getting that ready to put out, and we have one coming. Graphic 45 Christmas is arriving Friday. Yeah. So it's happening, everyone. Just in time for Christmas in July.
Yeah.
Sandy made the comment about this tablet, how great this would be for heritage, and I totally agree. It would be very nice for your heritage projects.
Absolutely.
Okay, well,
perfect.
That's what's new, what's back in stock. That's our Wednesday Hump Day dumps. And now we're ready, Diana, we're ready to see what you have to show us today.
Okay, so today we've already had the Europe trips, which I didn't take, but I scrapbooked.
Yes. That's what grandmas are for.
Yeah, that's one way to travel too. Cheaper way. Well, I wouldn't say cheaper, but anyway. And then I think it was Jennifer who did one-day trips, like daily trips. And so this is a kind of in between. I've got a couple of my older books here. I'm not really going to spend a lot of time on them. Just flip through them and show you a few of the highlights of them. And then we have a one-day trip that I have done up in the new 49 and Market.
Oh, yay! We get to see some of their new creating albums.
So I created it like I created it. There's not much out there on how to create them yet. Yeah. Although I guess more is coming, because I've been watching on Facebook and they say that there's more out there on YouTube now.
Well,
so
you know what? I'm going to say this too. There's more coming from Memory Bound, because on Friday, Diane is going to take the mystery out of the new Create an Album from 49 and Market. She's got albums up. They're not decorated. She's got albums all made up to show you how pieces go together and how to use the rings and where to put them and how to use the binding punch. So that's 49 and Market is going to be doing some videos, but we felt like we can't wait. So we got it coming out on Friday. It looks like you figured it out, though.
Yeah.
If you did one,
I figured a little bit of it out. I didn't figure those ring things out and stuff yet. Okay, so these two are, like I said, really older books. This one I did in 2013. This one was a 2016. And basically, this was our trip to the Outer Banks back then. All my two brothers and their wives, and we went. So I really wanted to do, I had so many pictures, postcards, and you name it, that I just really wanted to do it fast and easy. So I did do a face page.
That's kind of your intro with the dates.
Yes. And then, of course, you have to do something for the back. So I did another one, and this up here is just a big postcard.
Oh, you know what? I just was on a trip and I did buy postcards.
Yeah. So, you know, I could just put it in. That was flying into Atlanta or somewhere. So then I basically just used the 4x6 horizontal and vertical pages.
So the pocket pages.
Pocket pages. And some of the shorter ones. And then used paper when I didn't have pictures. And I just brought some of these different papers out. And actually this one has some cards that you can use.
It does have some that would fit really well.
And we've got several like that. I think I don't remember what I used. Does it even say? It doesn't say. Some old cards that I had at home. But, you know, you can use anything. You can cut these up in 4x6s.
Like right here, I'll just kind of jump in here. These two pieces are actually from a 12x12 paper.
Right.
And Diana cut them into 4x6, and you probably cut it into maybe 6x8 and then just cut it in half. And then if you do that, then it's going to match up across.
Right. And this is the same paper, a different piece, but it is.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I like it. It makes it all kind of thematic and kind of go together.
So that it goes together. So anyway, I'm not gonna.
And here's what she's talking about with the.
Here is a way to store, and I think you guys remember the last one I showed, and I showed these, which we cannot get anymore, which is what usually you would put receipts and stuff in. But this is also a good way to do it.
Yeah, any little pockets you can
just put them in the pockets as you're going through. So again, when you don't have a picture, find a piece of paper that mimics what you got on that side or not, and put them in.
What's nice about these pockets is they come vertical. Or they come horizontal, so you don't have to put pictures in sideways unless you want to.
Yeah, so basically that's the way I did this whole book, and I just, you know, put anything in that matched up that I had at home.
And then here she's got some journaling on a cut apart.
Yeah, just journaled where I could. Another postcard.
Postcards are great.
Yeah, they come in very handy. So, so that's really all I have to show in this one. It's just,
isn't it
you know,
nice,
use
Diana,
all your
that
different size.
That you have this, so you can go back and relive that wonderful time that you had.
That was probably our best vacation, of course, but I did it all in the 4x6s.
And she's even got a picture of the airplane.
Yeah.
Which I think is important, because someday airplanes are not going to look like that. So if you're telling your story and pictures from the airplane, which is pretty neat.
Pictures from the airplane are always fun. So anyway, that was
That's that album. And before you go to your next album, there was a question about these butcher trays. Oh, yes. And I guess they're metal. I'm not going to say they're magnetic, but they are metal. So if you put a magnet on there, you can stick the magnet. But if you have just something that is metal, it's not going to stick on there without a magnet. So thanks for asking that question.
I put my little magnetic, I have one of those magnetic dishes you get at Harbor Freight or wherever that place is, and it sticks in the corner of those. I like that. So basically, this one I did quickly scrapbook out a lot of it just on pages. A map that we got. I think it's
to save on your trips is maps.
Down
it helps you remember where you've been.
Yeah, and you can mark off your places. Again, this is one that we went with but I did put lots of those other pages in, because, you know, you can only scrapbook so many flower things.
But you definitely want them. Diana is a flower person.
I definitely wanted them, so, you know, you stick them in like that. These little pages, I don't think we have those anymore, but we do have the 3 that go up and down.
Right, we have
horizontal,
the 6x12 that is.
So you can get 6 in them anyway. So again, I just stuck in.
Oh, there's your visitor's guide.
The visitor's guide, just stuck it in. That went into a 12x12. Somewhere in here is where I used the wine bottles.
You can also fit the 8.5x11 page sleeves. Also fit the rings on these albums. And these, we didn't mention it. Not Diane. Janet linked it, but these are the We Are Memory Keepers.
Right.
3-ring albums that are leather.
And when we go on vacations, we hit all the wineries.
Yes, she does.
That's our. Even in Iowa, when they come
notice
back,
you notice the paper that she pulled out to show us the winery.
And this is
Champagne.
where I used one very similar to that.
Oh, yes.
I didn't find the identical one, but that one. But that could be cut down for a 4x6. And again, fillers. So you can put in fillers. Okay?
Yeah, they look good.
And of course, I do a lot of Cricut
I think we're going to
stuff,
order more of this collection because I like that paper too. So if you like, this is from Reminisce. If you like it,
and
it's
I'm
called
not
the
sure.
Winery.
It's just got wood on the back of that one. This one that I had at that time had these on, and we had this not too long ago.
So we're going to be reordering that.
Yeah,
we got an order going into
goes with
Reminisce.
everything. So anyway, maps. This is just a generic piece of map paper, which we had. It had the license plates on it. Some of you might remember that. And so I could just kind of circle basically where we were.
Oh, good idea to die cut a ring or a circle.
Yeah, and this was down in Missouri when we went to Herman. Oh, no, this one isn't. This one is when we went to Galena. So this is a different trip. So yeah, I thought, well, that doesn't look like Missouri area where we were. But so this is Galena, and so on the way over, of course, we hit Dyersville and all that. Then we went on over to Galena.
Looks like you'd maybe been to a winery before you took that last picture.
Sure could have been. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so just,
I kind of like how you. I kind of like how you break up the photos with something like this, or your pamphlet, your brochure, or postcard. I think that's great.
Yeah, and it's all in there then, and where we stayed, they had a postcard. So anyway, again, just a lot of 4x6s. Now, another little hint is when you go to all these different little places, try to find a little knick-knack store, or sometimes they have a little scrapbooking store or a paper store or something, because often they will have the paper for that place.
That space.
And there is a little store on their main street that has a few scrapbooking supplies, and they do have the paper for Galena. So this is just a page of their paper. I bought quite a few sheets of it.
Yes, I'm sure you did.
Oh yeah, well, so remember to kind of search out.
Maybe there are some craft stores in the areas, especially some of the tourist areas, and you can find specific things like that.
Yeah, that will help in your scrapbooking when you get home, because not all scrapbook stores where you live are going to have all those little quaint towns and stuff. So anyway, basically, again, just the 4x6s, horizontals.
Very nice,
verticals.
Diana. I love that. And I want to mention another thing here, because I did it on my trip, but a lot of times take pictures. They'll have signs and explanations. And if you take pictures of those, then it's your journaling, and it can kind of, if you're wondering, okay, what was it? There was something about this kitchen that was special, and you don't really know, or it tells about the people, and I think that's a really good tip.
It's kind of fun to read it, because you really don't have time to stop and read all that.
Right, even if you just do it for journaling
tours.
for the future.
Yeah, so
very nice.
Anyway, those are just a couple of fast
So there's
ones.
a couple of our 12x12 albums, and showing us how to use the six up vertical and horizontal pages. Sleeves, pocket pages.
But the one we're really working on this today is my Pella one. Janine from the store here and I went to the Pella Tulip Festival, which is a festival here in Iowa, in Pella, Iowa.
It's about 45 minutes from our store.
It's perfect. So I used the new 49 and Market Create an Album, and I used the wider one.
Show how it comes. Just open it up flat.
So it comes just like that. This is
how they are. And I think they're $5.99.
Yeah, they're very inexpensive. $5.99. Yeah. And
so that turned into this, which is what I think is pretty cool.
Right. And they're kind of a mystery when you first get them, because it's kind of hard. But, last week or the week before when Diane had hers on, she used one of the spiral books in hers, actually,
Yes.
the set. And so she used the big set on one side and the little set on the other side. Well, my pictures were all 4x6, and I didn't really want to print a lot of them off smaller. I did print some of them off smaller. So I really wanted to use 2 of these big ones, so I bought 2 of these.
Is that what you used?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
So,
all right, before you show that, I'm going to come over here and show them what you were just talking about
Okay.
with Diane.
Yep.
So Diane took a class at a trade show. It was a virtual class, and she used create an album like Diana's, but she doesn't have the chunky base. She has the standard, and she did the landscape, and Diana is doing the portrait. But when you open it up, these are the little spiral books that she's talking about. They come in a pack with one that's square and a little bit smaller, and then this one has a landscape. Now, some of them are different on the different collections. So this is how this album turned out, and then we're going to show you Diana's that she made with the gardenia. This one was made with Nature Study, and if you do love it, we do have a kit to make this particular book that I just showed you with the Nature Study, and we do have a kit, and it's $59.99, and it's beautiful. And you can go back, there's a video where Diane showed it to us, and now Diana, in the gardenia, it looks like one spiral book is portrait and bigger, and in the Nature Study it was landscape, so that's
Right.
a little different.
Yeah, and so, like I said, I had to buy 2 sets of them, which is fine. And I wanted the spirals on the outside so that it would close better. And so this
sure.
one I have turned not upside down, but backwards.
Oh, good
because
idea.
I had to watch my writing. I wanted my writing to be correct, you know, but it opens opposite of this one.
Oh my gosh, Diana, this is really, really amazing.
So I got 2 of them in so I could get a lot of pictures, because there's like 10 or 12 pages in
Well,
those.
we know if Diana went and Janine went, we know it involved a lot of photography and a lot of picture taking.
Yeah, it did. Thanks to Janine and her big camera. And then in the middle, I wanted to put something. And at first, I wanted to put like those, what do you call them? The
Over here?
the
waterfall enclosures?
No, the rings.
Oh, the ring. Oh, okay.
Rings.
So first she's talking about using these rings.
That's kind of where I wanted to start.
But that's not where she ended up.
No, because the rings don't go in the middle.
Yeah.
And I think Diane hopefully will show us
She's
that.
going to show all
the
of
rings
that.
actually go out here, so I couldn't do books and rings in the same book. So instead, I got one of these kits, the Create an Album kit.
Those are the tall book pages.
Mm-hmm. And I just used the accordion out of it to attach, because I didn't need too many pages here. I didn't have too many pictures left over, but there were some of the pictures of the flowers
just
that
getting
I,
a peek here.
you know,
This is
that
amazing.
I wanted to get in here. So I just did half of it. Now, in the wider ones, you can use, there's 2 of these in each pack. You can glue them together and use, so you have 8 pages.
Yeah, because this is the chunky, or the
right, the chunky one,
or
wide. I don't know either.
Chunky. They're calling it chunky.
Yeah, chunky. So, and I just wanted 4. So, and that's, I'm going to show you how to do this, because it was a little challenging at first. So anyway, like I said, I just put one of these books on this side with score tape, and then put all my flower pictures. Now I've got a lot of Cricut cuts in here, girls and boys.
So this is the gardenia
mm-hmm.
collection that she's
collection,
using.
yeah. And rub-ons. I use these. We're out of these right now, but I assume we're going to have some of them come back in.
I'm sure we are.
Yeah, I just used some of the little square color blocks there. Just here and there.
Well, and
throw
those
some on.
those spiral books, they're decorative to start with. They are not blank. They have printed pages.
They're
so
very
they're a
pretty
really good
anyway.
start.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of film strips and stuff I've just tucked in.
Well, and I'm seeing some of our dump stuff
Yep,
here.
There's
So
some dump stuff.
there's the chipboard words, and I thought I saw here's the chipboard
Yep,
pieces.
a little one. Here's
Another
a
chipboard piece.
chipboard. Tickets are in there. These, I think, were in there. I don't know, remember which one now. But we're in there too. So there's Janine in the big shoes.
Okay, there's Janine, everybody.
Yep, she's in the big Dutch shoes.
Oh, there's, okay, wait, I was showing the other side. There she is in the shoes.
Yeah.
Looks like a beautiful day. The sky sure is blue.
It was perfect, yes. And again, just rub-ons on the different pages.
Look at those.
They're kind of matched. Yeah, they're so pretty. There's some selfies that we took. And some dancers. So basically, you know, you just... This page I just made smaller and made it on a 5x7. Just put it on that way. Because they're so pretty. And then on this side, again, this was in one of those.
The ephemera.
The ephemeras. These little flowers, the sunshine.
Good times.
Good times.
Yep. I'm glad we had that. We were dumping that stuff today.
Yeah. And
those little
film
chipboard
strips. Yeah, little hearts. I used quite a few of those little hearts. I like those. So and I love film strips, so I use film strips a lot.
Usually those of us that like photos like the film strips too.
Now this side is all the parade stuff. That's more of the flower stuff.
So that's a good way to divide it.
But yeah, because we have so many pictures of parades. You see all the hearts. This little banner is the one that's coming in our class. Elizabeth Craft class.
Oh, that's from the
that's from
summer
that
workshop. That's from the die.
That's the die that's in that. It's really cute. It's got the little. It looks almost like a heart, but the little ties.
You didn't waste any time getting that open and
no, that was so cute. So again, you know, just parade pictures. This I just did on my computer or my Cricut and cut them out. So the parade's on this side, and then I put the accordion in the middle.
In the middle.
And I wanted something to cover up, you know, a lot of the white that was down the edges. So I used the tape, and this is fabric tape. And what I discovered was let me just get mine out. Okay, so it comes this wide and 4 rows of this. You can actually put this on your trimmer if you have a really good trimmer. And I have one of the cutter bees, so it worked really well. And you can actually cut it. And so you get nice straight lines, you know. So if you want to cut just strips off of it.
So you have the Caterpillar trimmer, right?
Yeah,
that's what
right.
so we know the Caterpillar works. Otherwise, you'd have to try it. You get a lot of tape in there, so.
Yeah, you just have to try it and see, you know, how your trimmer actually works. The Caterpillar is a rotary blade.
So probably the Tim Holtz one would work.
Yeah, I bet it would. And it's fabric, so, you know, it is like cutting fabric. It's, you know. So, anyway, this is just extra flower pictures, like I said. I just wanted to get a few of the extras in. So that's in there.
What a great memory. What a great day. What a great album, Diana.
Now, the other thing, and I was going to mention it when we were dumping stuff, is if you look at the packaging of all of those, look how pretty the packaging is. Okay, so this is the packaging off the spiral notebooks.
Oh, yes. You definitely want to keep... Oh, is that on the front of your book?
And that's what I put on the front of my book underneath.
It's really nice. They don't have to print the back of this, but it sure is nice that they did.
It is, and every one of those.
Here, I'm going to walk up here.
Yeah, show them.
So here's our packages that we dumped earlier for Wednesday Hump Day Dump Day, and you can see the packaging is something that you definitely want to hang on to and use, because that's exactly what I'm showing you right now are the packages. And Diana, before I come back over, somebody asked to see a display, and it was after I was over here, so I'm not sure if this is it. This is our display of the new Create an Album from 49 and Market, and this is what Diana just showed us. She used the chunky book. This is the landscape one, and she used the tall one, and I don't think we have one of those folded open, and everything comes in black and white. So there is that again. So you can see that, and okay.
And the other thing is on the back of this one, I didn't really use these leaves, but I had them. When I turned it over, it's got this little card that says tulips. But I did notice when we dumped that, whatever that second dump was, I think it was, it had this card in it also. But I used the one off the back of my,
and that's so she took out of the package she used. Put it right there.
And to put it there, I mean, it's the only thing that says tulips on it in the whole, all the flowers. This is the paper that I used for all the covers. I used the back side for the outside and this side for the inside.
Oh, and so that is the gardenia paper. It's one of the solids. It's called paper 2.
Yeah.
I think there's 4, and each of them is very similar, slightly different, but a different color.
There's all the different colors. You could
there you go. Thank you for bringing that. So
any color you want. Well, I started with 2 packs of this, but it's only got 1 sheet of each, so I had to buy extras.
So she had to get more.
I had to buy extra.
That wasn't a problem for Diana.
No. So anyway, I was going to show how to do this accordion thing.
Oh, we would love that.
So the first thing you need is a really good.
So we're starting out with, just so everybody knows what's going on, especially if you just joined us like Donna. She didn't know what we were talking about with the dumps. So Donna, glad we could explain that again one more time, because it does sound a little odd. So this is the Create an Album. It's the tall. It comes tall and wide. Basically that means portrait, and it means that the spine is thicker, and that's what Diana used. And then she's also using the Create an Album wide book pages in white. Didn't she use the tall book pages? She used the tall. Don't look at the wide book pages. Diana would have used the tall book pages. They are the exact same, but the tall fits in the tall book and the wide fits in the wide book.
And I actually just cut this in paper size. Okay, another thing I discovered was I was going to try to use the paper pack.
Oh, the 6x8, yes.
Whoa. There, 6x8, but this is a ½ an inch longer than the 6x8.
Oh,
and
so
they don't, or not, at least 4th, I don't know, but it's longer. So I ended up just cutting my pages out of the same red that I had there. But you could use these. All you'd have to do is just trim this thing off here.
Okay, and there's a couple of questions. Catherine, to answer your question about the colors, right now Create an Album comes in white and black. And those are the only 2 available colors, but you can ink up the white. You can ink the black too if you want to use some white pigment ink or another pigment ink. You can cover it with paper, but that is all the only colors right now. And then Donna wants to know what kind of adhesive you used for your cover, Diana. What did you use?
For that, it's paper on paper. I just use my big roller. But to put the books in and to put the accordion on the back, I use score tape.
Okay.
If
you want something heavy, and you could use liquid adhesive on the covers.
Yeah,
too.
and you could use score tape on the covers also. But I just use my regular adhesive.
Okay.
And I put a lot on though.
Yes, be generous, because they're going to get flipped through and they're going to get looked at and used, and you don't want to.
Yeah. So anyway, with the accordion, it comes flat, but it comes scored. And if you look at it, you got your little end, then you have a mountain, and then you have a little valley, and another mountain, and a little valley, another mountain, little valley.
Can you explain that?
So, and the directions are very good, really. You can tell. But, so to put them together, you can do it 2 ways. You've got to have these mountains individual. I mean, they got to be.
So the little valley she's talking about becomes the piece that attaches. It's a flat piece on the bottom that attaches
and
to
it will be when I get done here. Okay, so, but you want your mountains together.
And the mountains get glued together.
You don't, and I glued mine. You could use score tape. Score tape would be great.
Look how fast this Barely Art glue works, though.
I know it. It really does. And what I do is I got a lot of clips, and I clip them.
Clip them.
And that works really good. And I did every other mountain and let them dry, and then went back and did the other 2 mountains.
And this glue dries pretty quick, too,
It does.
it,
It does. It sets very quickly. But any clips you have, I have little clothespins. I've used those. All right, so you get one, and then I skip
this is
one.
a trick. I call this a little trick, tip trick.
Tip trick. Yeah, but the thing is to hold them together so they don't come flipping apart. And I'm a little generous with my glue. You don't have to be that generous. But we are.
I wondered why you had those clips sitting there, Diane. So she's showing how to make this little piece here.
Yeah, and it goes really fast. It does. But you want clips big enough that they go clear to the bottom of your mountain. You don't want just to clip the top of the mountain, or
Diana,
the bottom will come apart.
I just figured that what I said was totally wrong. This is the art glitter glue, not the Barely Art glue.
Right.
So I apologize. I don't know why I said Barely Art. They're in a similar bottle.
The Barely Art would work just as well. So would any of them.
Or your Nouveau glue.
Nouveau, yeah. So anyway, I would let those 2 set, and then I would go back in and do these 2. So when you get done, it's going to be pulled together like so. It's going to be like flat on the back, including your 2 little wings. And then you have to use score tape, because believe me, it doesn't stick down with anything else. It'll keep popping off. And I just got a wide enough score tape that it went down the whole width. And I think what I measured was, this probably wasn't the one I used. I think it's maybe one and a half, maybe, when it's all together. We'll just figure it out here.
Or is it 2 inches or 1 3/4?
1 1/2.
So a 1 1/2.
Yeah.
Score tape comes in lots of widths, as many of you know.
Some of the bigger ones down there.
I think we carry most of all the widths. And oh, here, thank you, Diana. So she does have. Here's the 1 1/2 right here.
Yeah, and that'll fit down, you know, and cover all the wings and everything.
That's the perfect measure.
Yeah, 1 1/2. So then you can center it and put it on, you know, on your book. Now, like I said, the wide one, 2 of these come in a pack. I've used one in the book and this one. So if you're going to glue them together, because you want 8-page mountains to speak of, then you would glue one of these little wings onto the wing of the next one. And you could just make it one big
So you get 2 of those in a package, because if you're doing the standard binding, or the standard size, you only need 1 of these pieces. But if you're doing the chunky, like Diana, it takes 2 to fill the spine.
To fill it, and you can see how much.
She was clever, and she didn't fill it. She used just 1.
I just needed the 1 because I didn't have that many pictures. So then I just put the tape and stuff and just centered it up and down, and
so this is really this album kit or pieces are made to be creative. And you can be like Diana and do your own thing. You can put the rings on there. You can fill this all up with both pieces and have all filled with pages.
And you can put so the rest of this pages, what happened to the rest of my thing? I don't know. Here it is. The other stuff that comes in here are pages, of course, and does it tell us what comes in here? Maybe.
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, so it's got some flips in it. It's got some
they're calling them foldovers.
Foldovers. You can put those on these pages also.
Yeah, you could add this and it would flip open.
If I had more pictures, I probably would have done some of the flips, so they would have flipped up, flipped down. But again, I didn't need them, so I didn't use them. But you can configure these any way you want with as much as you want. So.
Diana, there's a question about, would the toilet paper adhesive be strong enough to hold it? Isn't it kind of like score tape?
It is kind of like score tape. I would think so. Because I think they're about the same, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a very similar product.
Yeah, in strength,
it's just
I think
wider.
so too.
You have to cut it down.
Yeah, because a lot of times people just buy like the 2-inch or whatever for the back of their letters and stuff too when they're die cutting. So I'd say it's about the same. I guess you just have to try it, and if it acted like it was going to start pulling up, then you would want
Pull
to
it off and put on something
Yeah,
stronger.
you'd have
Add
to
some
put
liquid
something-
adhesive to it would be good too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is beautiful,
So
Diana.
anyway, that's my first attempt.
Well, and I
don't
love
think
that
it'll
you
be
can
my
make
last one.
these with the wider spine or the standard spine, the chunky or the standard,
Yeah,
depending on how much stuff you have.
and I probably could have made this with the skinnier one since I only used, you know, the 4 pages in the middle. But I didn't know when I started out. It's brand new to us, and so
Yeah, but once
So
you make
it's fun.
one, I think
It
you
turned out.
fly with it.
yeah, it would be much easier.
Diana, we have a question about which packaging had this tulip on the back of it.
It's the
Is it the laser cuts?
here, yeah, the laser cut leaves.
Okay, I don't know that we have those out here. So it's the
Yeah, I
Spectrum
don't
Gardenia
know that I
laser
brought
cut
those out.
leaves.
Because I didn't really use any of the leaves in here, but I had them at
But you
home.
could
and
have them for something
and
else.
I saw that tulip
And
thing.
she said she also saw it up in
yeah,
the
it was
ephemera.
in one of these. Let's see, I think it was in. Let's try. Let's see.
This is our dump, everybody. We had the
Yeah.
Wednesday hump day, dump day.
It was in this.
And I thought it would be.
Here it is, right here.
So it's also, okay, there it is.
There it is.
So there it is again. That's neat. It's kind of a vintage like an ad.
Yeah.
And that's from the Gardenia ephemera bits that had 145 pieces. So
Yeah,
either
so
way,
that
you
had
can
it.
get the same image.
Yeah.
Well, Diana, this has been very enlightening. I've been inspired. I think other people have, using pocket pages, using the brand new Create an Album from 49 and Market, and seeing and remembering all the beautiful Gardenia products and how colorful
Yes,
they
they
are.
are gorgeous.
Katie did a wonderful job designing this, didn't she?
Yes.
So, and thank you, Diana, for
Thank
sharing with us. And as we're leaving, signing off, I just want to walk over here because we totally forgot to show what we did yesterday. But yesterday Janet was here, which was so nice to see Janet again in the store, and her latest card kit, which was Life is a Bowl of Cherries. She launched that yesterday, and it is available. They are not sold out. We made a lot so that they wouldn't be gone after a day. So if you didn't get her kit, it's available. We've got pictures. It's online, so you can see what the cards look like. You can watch yesterday's video, and she gave us a lot of tips on how she did some of these fun cuts. Like this card, for example, the middle of it opens up. And that kit is $36.99, and it makes 12 cards. So anyway, everybody, we want you to have a crafty day. Thanks again, Diana. We're going to be back tomorrow, and Peggy's going to be here with travel layouts. And then Friday, Diane will be here. So have a crafty day, and we hope that you can stop in and see us if you're in the area. We'd love to see you.